Okay, we're back. I went ahead and cleaned up the windshield, you can see, or the frame. You could see got all the black adhesive off. I did double check a couple of different videos. Nobody installing these windshields on these classic Broncos is using any type of adhesive or anything like that. The frame is in good shape. It's not like it's pitted or rusted, like it would need some type of adhesive. Ooh. I'm sure the reason why it was done, it was probably a commercial company that did it. And, they just put a little dab here and there on the corners and whatnot to make sure it didn't leak. If you could see this gasket, it's almost got like a triple seal on it. There's little ridges right in here that seal it up pretty good. Then you've got this seal right here, and then you've got the exterior seal that goes around the frame. So these things seal up pretty good. So I don't think there's any need for any extra stuff. What I am going to try to do, a lot of people use soapy water and whatnot to help pull the rope. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got my rope inside here all the way around. It comes out in the middle on the bottom. I've seen people do it they start from the corner, they start from the top, they start from the bottom. I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. I think it's just a preference. Few videos that I watched, they said always start at the bottom. Watched a couple that start from the corner, but I'm going to start from the center bottom. I've seen them start from the center top, and like I said, from a corner. So we're going to start putting this in and see what happens. I'm by myself, so it might be a little bit difficult, and if I run into any issues, I'm probably going to have to stop until I can get an extra pair of hands over here to help me push it in. But it's not like I haven't done anything like this before, but it's been a long time, so we'll see what happens. I went with Windex because, when it dries, it's just going to evaporate. It'll clean up really well. Back when I was a kid, I even used WD-40, which is a lot more difficult to clean up. But this helps the window go in. It also helps the seal. It helps the rope pull. Like I said, other people use soapy water and whatnot. But a little extra Windex never hurt anybody, right? The other thing we got to do is we got to get it around these little puppies right here, so we'll see how we do. That was the other thing I was worried about. This thing was a real pain to get the seal on the windshield itself. So now that I got all this slippery goo all over it, it's probably going to be real fun to keep the windshield inside the seal and get it up inside. But we'll see what we can do. My rope ends in. Hopefully gonna clear. I'm not gonna clear this one. I guess I could have took these off. Now for the fun part. Hoping we get this in. What you want to do, pull nice and slow on the rope, and at the same time putting some pressure on the outside of the windshield, and I'm not quite there yet. Last thing you want to do is rip your seal. So that's why you use a little lubricant. Go nice and slow. Put some pressure on the windshield as you go. You don't want to tear your seal. Luckily for me, if I screw this up, I inadvertently ordered 2 seals because I wasn't paying attention to my cart when I ordered, and I ended up getting 2. So corners are critical. You want to pay attention in the corners. You see guys, they kind of like work in a circular motion to get the corners around. So we'll see what we can do. I should have moved my other car. Yeah, doiking on my car a little bit. That's probably not a good idea. I'm going up the side, and this thing does not want to go. Get a slick spot. Now your corners on the inside like this, they got a little bit of extra flap right here. So that's why you kind of want to work in a circular motion to kind of get that entire flap out without ripping. little careful there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to work this other bottom end in so I can get the windshield to set in and come down, so I'm not fighting it so much on the top. So we'll see if we can't do that. Start pulling from the other side. That way if the bottom of the windshield sets in, it should make the top go a little bit smoother. It's always the fun thing when you're working by yourself. But see, that other side went up real nice because there wasn't any pressure on it. But here, we got pressure. Things get a little tough. Sometimes it's the angle that you're pulling on the rope too. That'll help suck in that windshield. Woo! Kind of hit that corner a little hard. Didn't want to hit that hard, but we didn't tear it. Said, just working in circular motion, trying to pull that corner in. There it goes. Now that front's maybe a little jealous or a little fast there. Got a little tiny part came out with some rubber on it. That's all right. We didn't tear it. Didn't damage it. About right there, you can almost see it. Right there. Coming in real good. Like I said, the thing is going to be getting the chrome trim. That's what I'm kind of waiting for. How that's all going to work out. I think it's kind of ugly black, but to each his own. Boom. There you go, folks. There you go. She's in. She is in like Flynn. Just kind of massage it a little bit. I don't know if this is supposed to be on the inside or the outside. It's pointing up. I don't think it really matters on a windshield unless it's curved on which direction it's supposed to be in the car. On this flat stuff. But there it is. Cleaned up my trim a bit while I was off camera, so we're going to see how this goes. And of course we have to start with this giant piece that goes on the bottom, and you probably won't be able to see this on camera, but the lip that goes into the groove is actually pointing up at an angle, so it's almost like you're going to come in from the bottom and then push it up. But of course with this end, these things are tighter than crap. So we'll put a little stuff in the mix. Now I don't know if I can do it like this. This was my question. Could I get it to go all the way across? Like I said, never found a video on how to do this, guys, so, and we're out. This is the tricky part. You know, you want to bump it in and get it. Wow, it's not too bad. I was expecting a lot more difficulty. So we just got to make sure that when we put these pieces in that they're going to kind of line up where they're supposed to. A lot easier with the Windex. I think we're pretty close to where we're supposed to be. So that wasn't that bad. And once you got it in, it just kind of pops in. Hallelujah. So this piece goes over the top of this like that. So that's why you got to make sure, you know, do we got these in the right spot? And are they? Going to fall in place. Which might be just a tad off on that one. We'll have to see. We'll put the other piece on the other side where we're at. I would hate to, I mean, I don't know how I would do that. But if you look at the bottom of this, it almost looks like that piece should grab that other piece and go in. So it kind of wraps around itself right down here in the corner. It looks like I got it. But it also looks like it's out just by a hair. You know, I can see a little bit of a gap. I'm wondering, once we get it out in the sun, it's kind of cool today. Once we get it out in the sun and get this really nice and warm, it might just flow into place. So this piece goes on last because it's got the cover. So we'll try this other piece. Now this piece kind of looks like the same as the other side. There's a little bit of a gap back here. It's in the pocket. It's in the groove. The old one was probably full of dirt. Probably why you couldn't see a gap. Nice thing about this, kind of spreads the gasket out a little bit. Makes it seat just that much better. Now, like I said, this one kind of wraps over the top. Not 100% in the groove on this one. I really hate to, smash on this. But I can see there's a little bit of a gap. And this one kind of angles down into that groove. We're going to have to work on that one right here. This just poking out just a little bit. It's not getting all the way into the seat, into the groove there. So, but hey, all in all, not bad for me not knowing how to do this or how it was done. Seems to be working out okay. Maybe I should have put a little bit of extra on that other one and might have popped in there, but this is something that, now that I know how it goes in and stuff, I could pop it back out and then reseat it. This one kind of wants to do the same thing. Of course, right at the very end is where it wants to give me some problems. So, but hey guys, there it pretty much is in a nutshell with a few minor adjustments and how to put the trim in. That was my biggest concern. I'll get it. It's out up here. You can see it. But I'll get that finished up without a doubt. New windshield. Cool deal, man. Yeah. Plenty of videos out there on installing windshields, but nothing on the trim. So if anybody was curious about that, maybe it'll help you out. Who knows? Later, guys. That's it for today.